Sonakshi, Tanu, what was the assignment and what we were doing yesterday?
Hey, Jan. So we did the inheritance, and we saw like couple of like child and parent slash relationship with abstract, keyword, virtual, and how we can call. And we saw with the example and the different combinations that were working. And yeah, for the homework, you just said to like go through like what we have done and like see that, and you said you we will continue further.
Okay. So now everyone is comfortable with inheritance, abstract class, why we made virtual, what is the difference between abstract class and virtual classes, right? Why did we use override and how differently it worked? I also asked you to create some new child classes and see how it behaves, right? So yesterday we created child class one and we saw that same variable, how same variable was working differently when it was storing different objects, right? So you were able to see these all stuffs,
Yes, Sean.
right? And we also saw runtime polymorphism. Because this is runtime polymorphism, right? One variable is behaving differently at runtime, right? Doing so, we saw this is uh, we saw inheritance, how the child class inherited the property of the parent class, that means the methods and everything, which we saw, right?
Yes.
Now, we have seen that we can extend abstract class, but in Salesforce, we can only extend one class. If you try to extend multiple classes, it will not allow. So, Smakshi, let me make you the host so that you can share your screen. Now try to extend multiple classes. Extends parent and extend child one. Do it. Try to do that. Comma. Try to do that. What happens? Let's see.
So we did child class and child class one, and then we saw the changes for that. So this was like one parent class, had like two child classes. So this was one, and this
Yeah,
was
so
the
every class, every child class is extending only one class. Now put parent class, comma, child class. What if you want to extend more than one class? There's already child class, right?
right.
So make child class and see what happens. See the problem. What's the problem?
Um, and class one must implement the abstract method.
Leave it. See what line number 1 says. Expecting bracket but was comma.
Yeah, I was expecting this. So,
Yeah,
and
because it does not allow you to extend more than one classes.
but that's fine only, Shan, right? Like parent can only be one. Like you cannot have two parents.
Yeah, but they cannot allow. There are chances that when you talk about C++, they allow you to extend multiple classes. I think they use inherit keyword and you can do multiple extensions. But Java and
Oh,
Salesforce that does not allow. So that's what I wanted to show. That's it.
okay.
But if you are having any interface, then you can implement multiple interfaces. In case of interface, you can implement multiple interfaces. Okay. So now next is how we create an interface in Salesforce. So let's go create new class.
What should I name it?
Anything, test interface, whatever, that's up to you. So car interface, make it car interface. So now change class to interface. Remove class and put interface. And the interface only has the signature of the method. It does not have any implementation. When you were talking about abstract class, it was having some of the concrete method, that means implemented methods, and some of the methods which are declared as abstract as only signature of those methods. So here in interface, every method is by default an abstract method. Okay. So you just define the signature. So now tell me what property, what behavior a, a class should have or someone should have to be called as car. Just list down what property something should have or someone should have to be called as car.
The way they design the lights. I think size of the car too.
Car comes in which category? Let's think about it. Car is a vehicle, right?
Right. So anything which has like brake paddles, speed paddle, windows, doors, engines, lights, steering wheel, dashboard, like all these, anything that has all these properties, it can be categorized as car. Hello, Shan?
Yeah, hello. So this is a car. Okay. Now tell me, can there be can we have parent of a car?
I'm not able to hear you, Shan. It's like your voice is breaking.
Okay. Is it okay now?
Yeah, I can hear now.
So what I was asking, just think about it. Can we have any parent of car? Do you think the car falls under some category?
Like moving vehicle, like
Uh,
or maybe machine.
yeah. So car can also fall under vehicle. Car is a vehicle.
Yes.
So vehicle can be an interface, right? And vehicle should have some property, some behavior, which should be followed by each and every type of vehicle, whether it's car, whether it's bus, whether it's truck, anything, right? So there should be some contract which should be filled or followed by the any car or any two-wheeler to be called as vehicle, right? So whenever we create an interface, this is like we are creating or we are building a contract that whoever wants to be part of this category, they should be implementing all the methods which are defined here to be called as vehicle, right? Okay. They should. So we are creating a contract, and we are also we can also create a contract for car. So this is the contract. Each and every car must have these all properties, these all behaviors. Then only it will be called as car, right? So
Right.
interface is nothing but creating a contract, telling the implementing class that you need to implement this all method to be called as this. Okay, this much is clear with everyone,
Right. Clear.
or anyone has any doubt, any query? So what we do, we create a contract in interface. So what this contract can be, okay? So you were thinking about the behavior of car, you can think about the behavior of vehicle. Now let's talk about any existing interface. Okay, let's Google about any interface. Let's Google about vehicle interface. to get the idea what that vehicle interface should have. See, this is having vehicle interface, right? So what it is saying, there should be one start method, there should be one stop method, the vehicle should move, right? Right or not?
Yes,
So,
Shyam.
so the basic thing which one vehicle should have is that should start, that should stop, that should move, right? And that should also blow horn. See, this is one example which is having very simple things. But when we go in deep, you will see many things which one vehicle should have. So what it is doing, it is creating a contract. So if there is any vehicle that should start, stop, move, and blow horn. When you go for any other example, check any other example, there will be some different methods. But ultimately what they are saying, they are telling your car or your thing to be called as vehicle, to fall under vehicle category, it must have certain property, it must fulfill certain contract. Okay. So this much is clear with everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Just think about what all the things, just let's take this example. Okay. So, or any other example you can put, any other interface you can think about. You can think about animal interface. Just take animal interface. Animal interface. Yeah. So, yeah, this, see, every interface, every example will have different method or something, but this will give you the idea what they should have. Now you can see that interface animal is having what? Get name, make noise. And though your dog class has implemented it. So what it is doing? Go down. Scroll down, scroll down. Yeah, it is implementing both the methods, get name and make noise. Right? So
Yes, Shyam.
as it has implemented the animal class, to be called as animal, it should implement the method which are defined in your interface. So that the both the methods should be implemented. The get name and make noise, these are the method from your interface which it has implemented. Scroll down again. Similarly here, animal, cat. So cat will also have what? Get name and make noise implemented. So anything to be called as something, like whether it is animal or vehicle, it should implement all the methods which are defined in that interface to be called as that. You can go back and check any other example. They will have some different methods in interface. But ultimate aim to understand is that what all the method one interface has, all the classes which are implementing it, they must implement all the method defined in interface. Okay.
Yes, Shyam.
We will create our own interface for trigger. So as of now, are you clear with this? And can you create, so just create one vehicle interface and let's implement it and let's see how it works. Okay. Or you can have animal interface, whatever you want. You can also check about bird interface if there is any bird interface. You can see what are the method it should have. So there are multiple interfaces it has, right? Fly, eat, these all are interfaces. And you can see class bird can implement fly, eat, sleep. This is a very complex one. Go to easy one. Go down, scroll down, scroll down. Scroll down. Yeah, go up, 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 little up, little up, little up. Yeah. What is this? Bounceable. This is the interface they have created. Flyable. Okay, so bird is a class. It's not an interface, which is implementing some of the things. But even though you can have it as a bird, so anything to be called as bird, they should have wings and they should be able to fly, right? So anything, you can have anything. No, so now anything to be called as car, they should have, as we see, saw that they should be able to have a start and stop functionality. They should be able to have the max speed, right? Or something. Okay, let's have these two methods. That's it. Okay, let's have these two methods. Let's not complicate it. Okay, save it.
It is throwing this error.
Why it is not line number 3? In line number 3, why it is expecting something else?
It's expecting a closing bracket. But this is
I just refresh this page. Refresh your browser by copying. If there is or it is having class. Yeah, save it. Make your I of interface in small letter, but that doesn't matter. Why it is not allowing you to save? No, leave it. That's a totally different thing. Public void start, public void. Yeah, that is something which why it is not allowing. Because this is the way we create it. Public interface, car interface, void start. Okay, do control Z. Again control Z. Again control Z. Yeah. Now change it class to interface and save it. Small I. Put small I on interface. Small I. Yeah, save it. Yeah, now do it. Save it. Why it is not allowing it to save? No, that doesn't matter. You should have it, always have it in small letter. Why it is not allowing you to save? Expecting closing bracket. That was public. And it's remove both the method and save it. Close it and again open it. Close this window, close this class or interface, again open it. Yeah, put Control Shift O. Control Shift O. Yeah, write the name. What is the name? You can put star interface. Yeah. Now put void space start. Then bracket. Semicolon. Yeah. Okay. So your interface is done. Now new class which will implement it. You can have not vehicle. Vehicle will be the parent class. So you can have some BMW X1, X2, X3, X4, something like that. So to be called as BMW to be a car, then it should implement car interface. Not try to save it. You should get some problems. Yes, correct. Because this is the contract. You have created a contract. If you want to be a car, whether you are BMW or Audi, that doesn't matter. You must implement start and stop method. So now, did you observe one thing? When you were putting public in interface, it was giving error. When you are not public, you are not putting public on class, it was giving error. Why? Because by default, all the methods or the variables which you have inside an interface, they are public. By default, they are public. And by default, all the methods or variables which you put inside a class are private. If you do not define its type, it will be called as private. Now, what is the difference between these all things? So it is called as access specifier, from where you can access those methods. Public means that method or that variable can be accessed from your Salesforce instance. Anywhere in any class, you can access them. This is the public property. Okay? You can call them from any other class. That will definitely work. But if you are putting anything as private, that means that is only accessible within the class. That means if you put start as private, then you can only access this method within your BMW class here only. You cannot access it outside. So you got the difference between private and public. For other classes, for ABC classes or for your parent classes, it simply does not exist if it is private. So this much is clear?
Yes.
Guys, this much is clear? That if
Yes,
you are
sir.
defining anything as public, that is available for other classes to be used. But if you are putting is private, then that can only be accessed within the class. That cannot be accessed outside the class. Okay? And by default, all the methods, if you do not provide access specifier in class, it is private. That is not accessible outside the class. But when we talk about interface, by default, they are public. Okay? Yeah, please go ahead and execute it. You can execute it in similar fashion, car interface variable, and put the object of BMW. Next time, put the object of Audi if you will. Then next time, Tata, Maruti, whatever. So, Volkswagen. So, create your own car class, put some different things, and create their object and assign it to car interface. This is the example of runtime polymorphism. Okay? Yeah. Now you can create next class, Audi or Mercedes or anything. And you can create their object and assign to the same variable. And you will see the difference. So now you can see the difference, right? And now there is no restriction of implementing the interfaces. So you can implement multiple interface in your child class. Okay. So for today, you can just practice these all things, search about all the interfaces, what interface is. In next class, from in future classes, we'll see the trigger in Salesforce. And there we will create an interface for trigger handler class. And we'll see how it benefits in real world Salesforce application. Okay. So till then, you can just try these all things. I'll request you to practice it to understand it properly. And we'll see how these all things are helpful in real projects. Okay.
Okay, sure. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you. Bye. Take care.
Bye. Take care. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you.